Oh, there's a mic. Alright, so I'm going to talk about the film City of God. It's rated R. It's from 2002. It's a crime drama. It's 2 hours long. 91% of critics on Rotten Tomatoes gave it a good review, and 97% of audience members gave it a good review. I have heard about this film for a long time, many years. I'm glad I finally got around to see it. It is, like for a film, it's pretty good. Really phenomenal. Yeah, so the critic consensus on Rotten Tomatoes is that City of God offers a shocking and disturbing, but always compelling look at life in the slums of Rio de Janeiro. And the premise of the film, in the poverty-stricken favelas of Rio de Janeiro in the 1970s, two young men choose different paths. Rocket is a budding photographer who documents the increasing drug-related violence in his neighborhood. Jose is an ambitious drug dealer who uses Rocket and his photos as a way to increase his fame as a turf war erupts with his viral arrival, Knockout Ned. The video was shot on location in Rio's poorest neighborhoods. Sorry, the word is rival, not well, not a viral. But yeah. So anyway, Knockout Ned is in the papers a lot too. Yeah, because this is the medium of media in this time in the movie, like newspapers and like especially towards the end of the film as conflict escalates between these two gangs. Yeah, they're well, Knockout Ned is not as like sort of self-righteous or not self-righteous but as fame driven as Jose because he wants to be in the papers and Ned's in the papers. This movie does a great job of uh telling the story of like of epic proportions over the course of like maybe a decade or two about how these young boys like grow up into the men that they eventually do become, and yeah, all in the landscape of like yeah, drug wars. I've seen other sort of mafia style movies, especially sort of like Irish ones from like the U.S. I'm thinking like films from
My mornings are almost always the same.
Corsi. What's that guy's name? He always has Robert De Niro in his
Coffee with no
movies for
caffeine
some
or
reason.
any
But yeah,
plant-based
like those
flavors
are
keeps
fine.
me
But
up.
this film is also
The caramel and the
I
warm
think
vanilla
better.
flavors are
I think
just as delicious
the
as the
drug
regular coffee
wars
made creamers from
and
most places. See for yourself
and the
at a
way
store near
it's
you,
filmed, the
or
plot is
anytime you
much
visit
easier to
new
follow
plant-based creamers from
when it
Dunkin'.
comes to
There's
yeah,
one
following
thing
all
every
like a
place
lot
knows.
of characters in this movie, City of God,
Coffee's perfect plant-based
and
flavor.
visually
Coffee
it's
mate.
shot very creatively. A lot of handheld stuff. But it's like easy to follow though. The action and the story, and a lot of interesting use of cutscenes. Uh, yeah, so this was made in 2002, released 2004, so it does look a bit dated, but it reminds me of like a yeah, like a really well made early 2000s film. So anyway, yeah, who's I don't know, stars a lot of people. But yeah, the main people. Yeah, these three I would say are the main characters. Alexander Rodriguez, Leandro Firmino, and Felipe Haagensen, and other people probably gonna butcher their names. Douglas Silva, Jonathan Haagensen, uh, Matthias Nocturgaili, Siu Jorge, Roberta Rodriguez, Jefe Chander Suplino, Alice Braga, Emerson Gomez, Michael Gomez, Edson Oliveira, Luis Otavio, Chico Marquez, Gustavo Engracia, Darlin Cunha. Anyway, there's a lot. So yeah, directed by Fernando Mireles, and I'd be actually really curious about other films he has directed because this is such a great. Just can't stop praising it. Um, okay, he produced Seven Prisoners. He directed The Two Popes. Okay, yeah, like for the most part, at least half his films, yeah, look pretty good. He directed The Constant Gardener. I might get around to reviewing that one. I remember I enjoyed the film. Yeah, wow, great director. So I wonder if there's anything else about this. Maybe I should talk about. It received four nominations at the 76 Academy Awards: Best Cinematography, Best Director, Best Film Editing, and Best Writing. Yeah, I mean, why not? Like, I bet when this came out, it probably was one of the best films of the year. So in 2003, it was Brazil's entry for the Academy Awards for Best Foreign Film, but it did not end up being nominated as one of the 5 finalists. Because in the Academy Awards, in their foreign film category, only 5, and that's probably really competitive, I would imagine. Uh, it is frequently listed by many critics and audiences as one of the greatest films of the 21st century and one of the best films of all time. Wow. I mean, sure, I could see that. Oh, okay. The director, I believe the director, yeah, the directors went on to create the City of Men TV series and the film City of Men, which share some of the actors and their setting with the City of God. So, yeah, some list of awards here. I'll just ramble on for a bit. British Independent Awards won Best Foreign Independent Film. Chicago Film Critics Association Awards won Best Foreign Language Film. Golden Globe Awards Best Foreign Language Film nominated. That was nominated. Golden Trailer Awards for Best Foreign Film. It won. And for the Grande Premio de Cinema Brasileiro, it won Best Film, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Editing, Best Sound. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, Adapted Screenplay, I should say this film is let's see. The story is adapted from the 1997 novel of the same name written by Paulo Lins, but the plot is loosely based on real events. And I'll just another reworded premise here. It depicts the growth of organized crime in the Cidade de Deus, a suburb of Rio de Janeiro, between the end of the 1960s and the beginning of the 1980s, with the film's closure depicting the war between the drug dealer Lil Z and vigilante turned criminal Knockout Ned. The tagline is, "If you run, the beast catches you. If you stay, the beast eats you." This this film makes me look at drug war films in a really different way because it really depicts a lot of different aspects of like the multitude of characters and their storylines and all of them having emotional depth, and even if it's limited, decent background story enough to justify like their existence like in the plot. I'm just really impressed with this film. I totally recommend it. So again, this is City of God from 2002. It is rated R, and it's about 2 hours long. So why is it rated R? For language, drugs, sex, and brutal violence, and it is in Portuguese, so subtitles. All right, take it easy, guys. Till then, peace.